Sri Guru Charana Kamalebhyo Namaha. When Vidura Maharaj heard about Sati, the wife of Lord Śiva, sacrificing her body with a yogic fire, he was amazed. Curiously, he asked, "O Gurudeva, Dakṣa Prajapati had a lot of affection for his daughters. And the Sati was the youngest one, and he loved her very much. How come Dakṣa developed disrespect for his daughter and envied his son-in-law, Lord Śiva? Kastam charachara gurum nirveram shanta vigraham atmaramam katham dvesti jagato devatam mahat." Lord Śiva is the guru of all the demigods. Not only demigods, but everyone, because demigods can become movable and immovable. Therefore, he is guru. Lord Śiva is guru for movable and immovable. He has no enemies. Very peaceful, always calm and quiet. And he is self-satisfied. He don't need anybody's help or offer anybody. How come? He was envied. Vidura Maharaj wanted to know. Not only that, Lord Śiva is the greatest demigod. Everybody worships him. Please tell me, O Gurudeva, such a envyless person, such a enemy-less person, how Dakṣa Prajapati developed enmity? Dakṣa Prajapati was father-in-law for Lord Śiva due to marrying his daughter. And Śiva was son-in-law, and such thing don't happen, O Gurudeva. Enmity and quarrel between father-in-law and son-in-law in Vedic civilization. How come there was a quarrel between them? And due to which Sati had to sacrifice her life, burn her body. Hearing this, Maitreya Muni spoke. You know, Vidura, long ago, the great progenitors combined performed a fire sacrifice lasting for 1,000 years. When they took the vow to perform the sacrifice, they invited Lord Śiva and Lord Brahma, the sages and saintly people and the demigods from heaven to come and participate. They all came and they were sitting down ready for fire sacrifice. At that time, Dakṣa entered in the sacrificial arena. Dakṣa Prajapati is not ordinary. He is the progenitors appointed by Lord Brahma too. He is a progenitor. So, seeing him entering, all the demigods and sages stood up from their seat to respect him, as a respect to him, and gave him honorable words and sat down. Only Lord Brahma and Lord Śiva did not stand up, because Lord Brahma is the father of Dakṣa. The father does not stand up to respect his son when he comes in. And Lord Śiva is the guru of all the demigods. So guru don't stand up when some followers comes in. So these two people did not stand up. But because Dakṣa was proud for his position and prosperity, he did not recollect and remember or understand this point. Dakṣa paid his respect to his father Brahma and sat down on his seat, looked at Lord Śiva with anger, because Lord Śiva neither spoke welcoming words, nor he stood up. So Dakṣa became angry seeing this stubborn obstinacy of Lord Śiva. And he stood up from his seat and spoke to all the present sages and demigods. And Lord Brahma and Lord Śiva heard this. He said, "O sages and saintly people and demigods, I am not speaking due to envy towards my son-in-law. I am speaking just because he has no manners of gentleman. I'm speaking the real truth." Actually, Duryodhana also thought that he is the real truth. He speaks the real truth. Same way, Dakṣa thinks that he is the real truth and he's speaking real truth. Just as Duryodhana thought Yudhishthira, although truthful, is liar. Similarly, Dakṣa Prajapati is thinking Lord Śiva is a wrong person. So he said, we progenitors and governors of the universe, Lokapalas, because of him have become lowly, because he tarnished our position. He's pointing to Lord Śiva. He is so proud, he has no manners whatsoever. Just see, in presence of Brahmins and fire sacrifice, he accepted my daughter in marriage, became my son-in-law, equal to my son. But he did not stand up when I entered in. He did not fold his hands or spoke respectable words welcoming me. I did not desire this to marry my daughter to this fellow. Yes. But I was pushed by destiny to do this discarded act. Just as a person teaching to a low-born Sudra Vedas receives reverse result. Similarly, I have received reverse result, got a bad name due to this Śiva. He always remains unclean, lives in a crematorium, smears dead bodies, fires, ashes on over his body, has matted hairs, lives with the ghosts and devils, is the leader of them, always lives with a kopin, naked. One who wears kopin is called naked. Naked does not mean no kopin. Nowadays, this word, naked, digambaram, is misunderstood. They think naked means naked. Naked means only have an underwear. That is called naked person. He does not even take bath and wears a necklace of skulls around his neck. Can you imagine that? His name is just Śiva, means auspicious. His name is also auspicious. Just his name represents auspiciousness, but he is totally inauspicious. He's mad himself, and mad people follow him. He's the leader of mad people, crazy. I made a mistake by giving him my daughter in marriage. Hearing such words, Lord Śiva kept quiet. What can he say? Maitreya Muni says, seeing Shiva sitting on the seat quietly, not even moving from his seat, Dakṣa Prajapati became more angry. Being furious, he took some water in his palm and got ready to curse him. Those who were present in the fire sacrifice, the demigods and sages, they tried to forbid him and told him, please don't do this. He did not care and cursed Lord Shiva, saying, from today onwards, he is not eligible to obtain a part of sacrifice. No oblations would be performed, given in his name. He cursed that. And being so angry and furious, he left the place. When Dakṣa Prajapati left, Nandīsvara spoke. Nandīsvara is the head of Lord Shiva's devotees. He became very upset and angry, and he said, Dakṣa is proud, his bodily conception of life, he thinks he is his body. And due to his position, he became so proud and blinded. He cursed Dakṣa. And Brahmins who supported and accepted his curse, they supported, okay, go ahead, like that. Those who supported Dakṣa to curse, for cursing Lord Shiva, and Dakṣa who cursed Lord Shiva, he cursed these two parties. Nandīsvara said, Lord Shiva has no enemies, and those who envy him, these stupid people should remain bereft of Tattva Jnana, transcendental knowledge in reality. And because Dakṣa Prajapati only likes Karma Kanda, a ritualistic ceremony mentioned in the Vedas, a section of the Vedas, that is why he should have replaced his head with a goat's head in future. Soon, future. His head will be replaced with a goat's head. This stupid Dakṣa likes Karma Kanda, and those who think that Karma Kanda is the real knowledge, real education, such quality of people should remain tied in the network of repetition of birth and death. They should not come out. It is true that in the Vedas it is Karma Kanda is mentioned, and with the flowery language, evam pushpitam bacham pravadanti vipaschitaha veda vadarata partha nanyad astiti vadina kamatmana swarga para. Those who believe in Karma Kanda, because it is spoken so nicely, you perform Karma Kanda, all your sins will be washed, you will go to heaven. Such people, Kamatman, they want to fulfill their desires and do this. Such people being attracted with the flowery language of Vedas, they will remain tied to the repetition of birth and death. the Brahmins who believe in the Karma Kanda section of Vedas. They will only receive education to earn their livelihood and will not be able to discriminate what to eat and what not to eat. They will move around like beggars, helpless, searching for some engagement in rituals to earn their livelihood. They will only think satisfying their body and senses is the goal of human existence. So, let them remain bereft of real knowledge, he said. Hearing these words, Bhrigu Muni, who was present there, he became very angry and upset. He spoke in ferocious, dangerous words to Lord Shiva's followers. And he said, those who are devotees of Lord Shiva and those who are devotees of Lord Shiva, they should all become heretics, just for show, and should function against the Vedic injunctions, should not be able to follow. Those who have made their goal to worship Lord Shiva, become follower of Lord Shiva to obtain some kind of boon, because Lord Shiva gives very quickly some boon. Very quickly he becomes pacified and gives desired boon without consideration. So they worship Lord Shiva. So Bhrigu Muni said, those who may take a vow to worship Lord Shiva, they should remain unclean and their service should not be recognized in this world. Those who are followers of Lord Shiva, they will develop matted hairs, long hairs, matted hairs, and smear ashes all over his body as Lord Shiva does. Lord Shiva is listening. He's present there. He's also listening. All this. Curse of Nandiswara, curse of Bhrigu Muni, a curse of Dakṣa. It's all heard by Lord Shiva. He's present there. He did not go nowhere. Brahma is also listening there. Just imagine. You cannot stand up and walk out in front of everybody except unless you're really puffed up man like Dakṣa. Let the followers of Lord Shiva wear bones necklace in their neck as Lord Shiva does, and lean towards eating meat and drinking wine. Very dirty. He said, my words will not let be untrue. Bhrigu Muni says, my words should stand firm, truth, concrete. I'm not telling made up words. These are lasting words. This curse will be true because Lord Vishnu is the witness residing in everyone's heart. He says, Esa eva hi lokanam siva pantha sanatanaha yam purve chan santasthur yat pramanam janardana. Janardana is residing in everyone's heart as a witness. I am speaking the truth that the scriptural injunctions are meant for everyone's benefit. Everyone gets benefit from those. And those sages and saintly people are following since a long time. It will follow in future for liberation. Because the Supreme Lord is a witness for this, and he is speaker of all those beneficial injunctions laid in the scriptures. Therefore, let my words stand, my curse stand against the followers of Lord Shiva. Hearing this, Lord Śiva quietly stood up, very sad, upset, walked out from there, left peace quietly. All the sages present there, including Lord Brahma, continued their sacrifice to complete because it was for 1,000 years. After completing their fire sacrifice, they had their feast and took their bath in the confluence of Ganges and Yamuna and dispersed to their appropriate places. Thank you very much.